Welcome to Mark and Paul's Opinion Hour. This is the new name for our old podcast.
Yeah, I'm sorry, what did you call it? That's not the name of the podcast.
No, it is now. If you remember, we went back and it's Mark and Paul's Opinion Hour.
I get it.
So this is it now. This is the new name going forward. We shall never refer to the best podcast again.
That's very much been put to bed as far as I'm concerned.
Yep, that's all done now. So welcome to Mark and Paul's Opinion Hour. Let's be frank. Today's episode is all about money. If you think Euro expert in all things moolah, gather round. We'll pound the airwaves to give you lots of sterling content. Nothing pensive, just robust opinions. So join me, Paul, and my German co-host, Deutsch Mark, for a right pod ding dong. Rupee! Let's get going.
First up, we are, as ever, going to have a little look back at the last podcast.
Yep.
Episode 5, that was, for anyone who's counting. Now, obviously, we've had the whole name debacle has occurred since we did the last episode, which was the music episode, and today's episode, money.
Yes.
Which you so charmingly introduced to us, by the way.
Thanks very much.
Just to say, I really appreciated that.
Thanks.
That was good stuff. Particularly like the Deutsch Mark.
Yeah, no, I punched the air when I thought about that, if I'm honest. Self-congratulatory, absolutely. Just loved myself a bit for that.
Why wouldn't you?
No, exactly. Well, why doesn't anybody else, is my point.
That aside, and I think we've put that to bed now, right?
Yes,
Excellent.
absolutely. It shall be spoken of again.
So there were some things. You've had a chance to listen to episode 5, I believe, yeah?
Yes.
Great. The sound was a bit better, I thought.
Yep.
I mean... Right, so when it comes to the sound, this is probably the last time I'm going to mention the sound.
Okay.
I don't think it's going to get any better than we've got it today.
No.
We've done another test before we started today.
Yep.
And we're kind of okay that that's where we're at.
Yes.
But I just did want to mention what our setup is. I've heard that on other podcasts, people talking about what, rigs they're rocking for their mics and stuff.
Okay.
So I just wanted to say, for anyone who's interested...
I'm not.
Because I was mostly involved in all this.
Oh, go on, you. Yes, yeah.
So actually, if you want to give us a bit of feedback, maybe you... When I say the
hopefully
equipment
you're not
using,
getting any feedback.
Very good.
Thanks.
But if you're listening to this, and when I say the name of the mics we're using, and you think, oh, well, they're not getting as good a sound as they should do from those mics,
yes,
I
please.
very much want to hear about that.
How would they get in touch with us?
You would email... our new email address, which is not new, which is markandpaulsopinionhour@gmail.com.
Yeah, that's what they do. Go on, carry on.
Okay, so we bought 2 mid-range-ish USB condenser mics for the mic fans out there. They're Pseudotac ST800s. They were reasonably cheap, but not really cheap.
I love the ST800 though. I mean, it really is one of the better models.
Wasn't that one of the Terminators? The one that was like Mercury?
Yeah, it could have been.
It's not. It's something like that. It was similar to that. So anyway, that's what we're using. I think the gain levels are now roughly okay. This is probably as good as it's going to get for the time being.
Well, you know what they say, Mark.
Don't you fucking say it.
No pain, no gain. No pain, no gain.
Right, I think we're done with the sounds now. I'm not going to.
I will say the next time we will mention it is when the sound is significantly better, when we've invested in new microphones.
Oh, yeah.
And therefore we want to get some kind of praise back for the amount much better it is. Much better.
I'll tell you what, why don't we commit to, if we ever set up a Patreon, which we haven't done yet.
No.
Although maybe we have.
But it's just the wrong. We might have loads of money in the old name podcast.
Will we commit to the first amount of Patreon money we get, if we get any, that we will put towards better mics?
Yes.
That's the first thing we'll buy with any of it.
And I think that will be a gauge of how fucking annoyed people are with the quality of sound.
But they love the content.
I mean, straight away, within 2 days, we've got enough for like the best equipment that money can buy.
That's probably going to be a small sample in that Venn diagram of people who love the content and hate the sound so much.
Yeah, I can think of a couple of them.
Yeah, maybe. Anyway, that's fine. I won't mention the sound again unless some other massive fuck up happens. But if it stays like this, that's fine.
Great.
Last time on the music episode,
yes,
you asked me one of your quickfire questions, and I realised I misheard you,
Oh.
or just
Yeah.
processed it.
Okay.
You asked me what's the best first dance
Yeah.
for a wedding.
Yeah.
Now I heard last dance, so I was thinking disco last dance.
Yep.
And I mentioned Lady in Red.
Yeah.
However,
I still think it holds
yeah,
up.
it's my same answer for
Is it?
first dance.
You're sort of bookending with the Berg,
Yeah, exactly. Yes.
which is
That's
oh
exactly
my God,
what I'm doing.
Which, by the way, is now a spin-off podcast in my head. Bookending with the Berg.
Like, canal boating with
Exactly.
Moira Stewart.
Michael Portillo.
Anyway, I just wanted to mention that, but yeah, still my answer, Lady in Red.
well, yeah.
Couple other things. You mentioned last time that Luxembourg didn't host one of the Eurovisions.
Yes.
Because they couldn't afford it.
Yeah.
And I was amazed because I thought they were wealthy.
Yep.
In fact, I said they probably the highest GDP per capita.
Yeah.
Actually, they were third highest.
Oh, really?
So it wasn't far off.
Swiss first.
Well, I was going to say, do you want to do a little quiz? No, it wasn't the Swiss,
Oh,
but who would
okay.
you say is 1 and 2?
In the world.
In the world.
Oh, okay. Oh, Monaco.
Monaco is number 1.
Yeah, Monaco's got to be number
Number
one.
2, the one that isn't Liechtenstein, but is like Liechtenstein. Starts with the same letter.
Luxembourg.
Luxembourg.
No, you
Oh,
mean the
sorry,
other way
I
round.
said...
Jesus
the other-
Christ.
So Liechtenstein was number 2.
Yeah, right, good.
Because they're so similar, it's
Yeah.
very easy to conflate them, isn't it?
It is. No, I
It can
always.
be.
I've been on many camping trips when I meant to go to Luxembourg and ended up in Liechtenstein.
So another thing is my brother. So obviously he did the quiz for us last
Yeah.
time.
Thank you, Neil.
He has corrected us because we both fucked this up badly.
What have we done now?
1812 Overture, not
Yeah.
Beethoven, Tchaikovsky.
Right.
Yeah, apparently so. And I looked it up. It's the one, by the way. It's the one that at the proms,
Yeah.
they do the thing with the cannon.
Yeah.
Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. That's the end of it, basically.
Which I thought it was the da 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 da.
No, I don't know what that's called.
why I thought it was Beethoven.
But no, the 1812
Dun, dun, dun,
Overture is
dun.
Tchaikovsky.
Is it?
So
Well,
we
apologies.
made ourselves look like idiots, basically.
Apologies, Neil.
Yeah, sorry
He's
about that, Neil.
The thing is, he's so worldly and erudite, isn't he?
I
Neil,
know.
that he knows that kind of thing. It's just there for him.
So, I mean, he did do the quiz question, so he probably didn't know that before. He might have done, actually.
He didn't
It's the sort of
know
thing
it,
he might
did he?
know.
He didn't know that.
Anyway, we didn't know it.
No.
But everyone who did would have listened to the last episode, so I felt that's one I've got to address, and we put our hands up.
That, to
We're
be
just-
honest, I think as well, that's somebody in that Venn diagram of sound quality and
Yes,
and
maybe.
content people. They've gone.
But on
We've
a
lost them.
funner note, because this wasn't my fuck up at all, this was your fuck up.
Oh, lovely.
What U2 tours did you say that you've seen?
Okay, Zoo TV, I think.
Uh-huh.
Pop
Uh-huh. What was the first one you said?
Zoo TV, was it? What was it?
So, no, I didn't spot this at the time. Again, this is my
Go on.
brother who's listened to that episode before we
Jesus Christ.
uploaded it. He noticed
yeah.
it. You said that you'd seen their Zootopia tour,
Yes, maybe, yeah.
but in fact, you'd seen their Zooropa tour.
Oh, yeah.
You'd probably seen Zootopia, the child's film, the cartoon
right,
film.
yeah. No, I mean, fuck you, Neil. So, I mean, really?
And
He knew exactly what I meant.
he is
He knew
short.
exactly what I meant.
He's short for a pedant as well, you
Isn't
know?
he?
Yeah.
Jesus. I mean, man. Okay, if this is the kind of level of pedantry we're getting on the
I think he's
Look
just
backs.
anticipating what sort of pedantry the public would be
okay,
demonstrating.
no, I what does he want? An apology? Like,
No, he just wanted me to bring it up live on the show.
yeah.
He just wanted me to. He wanted me to see the look in your eyes, the panic look on your eyes.
Yeah, no,
as backpedaling away.
Zooropa, yeah, it was the Zooropa.
Zooropa tour.
Yeah.
No, easy mistake to make, but listen, you said it. You said something wrong,
I'd like
and
to
on this podcast, we take responsibility for our.
apologise to Neil, to Paul Hewson, to Adam Clayton, to Larry Mullen Jr., and to the other one.
Yeah, we get all the names of you two. Has that made you feel better? Getting that off?
Oh, I'm looking forward to next week when I haven't got one of them right.
Yeah. Right. Anyway, that was it. That was all my analysis. Did you have anything?
I
Listened?
didn't really. I thought that everything I said was correct. in
Well, at
every
the
way.
time, I bet you
At the
did.
time,
Yeah.
absolutely. I didn't pick up the Lady in Red thing because, like you said, I thought it was a perfectly
It was
good.
a decent choice.
I thought it was a bit of an odd choice.
Yeah. I was thinking more Last Dance.
Yeah.
You know, at the disco.
Especially
yeah.
as traditionally, and I know that we're moving on with things these days. He says, like an old man. But you know, traditionally, that brides aren't wearing red, are they? So when you're playing Lady in
No.
Red, then
It's a weird colour for a wedding dress, isn't it?
Yeah, I know. But you know, who's to say that you can't do that these days? I don't mind.
Indeed.
But yeah, no, I thought
These
that
days.
these days, these bloody days with these kids doing all
These
sorts
kids
of
in
stuff.
their red wedding dresses, happy slapping and all that.
With their
Right.
hoodies on. Yes, but no, I absolutely fine. I thought it was okay, really, apart from the snafus with the well, we said we weren't going to mention it anymore, but yeah, all good.
Yeah, good stuff. Right, so I think we're going to ding the bell and we'll get on with this episode.
Ding the bell. Quick fire bests. So it's in Mark's opinion, given our new title.
Yeah, I was just going to say,
Yeah.
that's very much old brand.
It is. I was going with old brand. It's just that it was quick fire opinions.
Quick fire opinions, yeah.
Oh, yeah, fair enough.
QFOs, quite
But
right.
then on the fly, I have to change all the stuff that I've written down here. Okay, but so I'll just put in your opinion what is in front of it. That's what I have to do.
That's what you need to do.
Is that fine?
Yep.
And then that's on brand. Okay, good. Okay, number one. So
Yep.
I've got 5 of them.
Five.
And you'll
Yep.
have 5 for me at some point.
Yep,
but
yep,
We'll go for
yep.
it. So, number one, in your opinion, what's the best banknote?
Oh, I mean, I don't really know. I don't really have an opinion on that. I guess like $100 bill. That's
Yeah.
a pretty cool note because I don't think we have £100 bills, do we?
50 is the highest denomination.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the fact you can have $100 bill, that's pretty cool. Although that being said, maybe one of the Zimbabwean ones that was like during the hyperinflation when they had to make them for like
Yeah.
a zillion whatever
People
it
will buy
was.
a wheelbarrows full
Yeah,
of money to
exactly.
buy a Mars bar.
But-
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So either one of those.
Okay, so next one is, in your opinion, what's the best piece of money advice you've ever received?
Well, so bear in mind, and
Yep.
I think this is the first time I'm announcing this.
Oh, go on.
I'm a financial advisor professionally.
Yes.
So I'm sort of used to giving financial
course.
advice. But here's the best advice I think you're likely to get
Yep.
with is pay into a workplace pension
Yep.
as soon as possible.
Oh, man, this is the content you're all here for, isn't it?
I know, hey, it's not funny, but it's fucking good advice. Otherwise, these days, you automatically opted in. But when
Yeah.
I started work,
Yeah.
you weren't.
No.
And I didn't opt in because
Yeah.
I wasn't earning that much. So I'm like, fuck that. I don't
Yeah.
want to give any of my money to my pension.
And now-
Fuck old Mark. That old bastard can go do one.
Yeah,
I'm
he's
going
not
down
gonna-
the pub.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
yeah, compound interest is the most powerful.
Right, next. Jesus, compounding. We started talking about compounding. Okay, next. In your opinion, whose face should be on a banknote
That isn't.
that isn't right now?
So, is it churlish to say Fred West, lest we forget?
Lest we forget.
Oh, but I think that's probably my best answer. Lest we forget, and it's important that that
Right,
bit comes
okay, so-
with it,
Yeah.
not just Fred West. I love that guy.
I mean,
no, I
there's
don't
just
love that guy.
No, there's just a bit of nuance there that needs to be looked. I'm not
I
sure.
don't think. You think the day?
I'm not
you-
sure he's got the profile
I think
for
the
it.
day
either,
you
and I mean the actual profile, not the media
really weak
profile.
chin, hasn't he? So, yeah.
Yeah, I think.
I think the day you forget about Fred West, that's the day he'll get you.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
so far on the quickfire bests, we've had compound interest in
sorry,
Fred West.
quick fire what?
Quickfire opinions.
Thank you.
Apologies. Okay, and number 4, in your opinion,
Yep.
who's the best billionaire?
Oh, because there's so many of them are cunts, aren't they?
Yeah, they are terrible people.
That's a really tricky one.
Yeah, most
Like-
of them. Most of them, in fact.
Oh no, I might have
Basically, it's the
I might
least
have said the
worst.
Queen if she hadn't recently died.
Yeah,
I think she is a billionaire. Well, she wasn't
yeah,
she?
I think so. It isn't.
But
these days,
actually,
right?
I'm not massively anti-royalist, but I'm not a huge royalist either. So, who's the best billionaire? Maybe Richard Branson. Is
okay. Yeah,
is he
oh
a
yeah,
billionaire?
definitely. Yeah, absolutely.
He was a bit smarmy, but he was never like.
Well, he grew up through sort of punk and Virgin Records and all that sort of
Yeah.
stuff, didn't he? So, okay, no, I'll
He
give
was
you that.
never like a complete off-the-ball
No.
tosser like one of the current ones I could
Oh,
mention.
yeah, they're
So,
most of them.
there, Richard Branson. Why not?
Okay, and number 5, last one. In your opinion, what's the best thing you've ever spent money on?
Oh, do you know what? I actually thought of the same question for you, and I didn't use it in the end.
Okay.
So I did actually have a think about this.
Did you preface it with, in your opinion, what is?
Yeah,
'Cause
obviously,
otherwise-
because that's always been our name.
Always.
What's the matter with
Yeah.
you?
Definitely, before we wrote the stuff down.
Yeah. So it's going to be a bit boring, but it's the only thing I'm going to say because it is the only. I
Yeah.
have been thinking about it.
fine.
It's my laptop.
Yeah.
Everything, all my entertainment goes
Yeah.
through my laptop. I don't.
Do you believe in buying a really good laptop?
No, I bought as best laptop I could afford
Right, yeah.
at the time. I did a lot of research into it.
Yes.
So I got,
would
but it's
expect.
not an amazing spec. It's
Right.
not bad.
Yeah.
But everything goes through it. So it's what I'm recording this on.
Yeah.
It's in my. So basically, I take my laptop around and attach it to big screens around my house. So I have TVs.
Yes.
But I just never use them as a TV.
Right.
I use them as a separate
As a
screen
monitor.
for my laptop.
Right. Nice.
And everything I do goes to my laptop.
Wow. Are you
And
worried about losing that or getting it stolen?
It doesn't really
Would that
go
be
out the
your
house
life?
much.
Would it
I
be
use
done?
it like a mobile desktop in the house. Is
Yeah.
what I use my laptop for.
Fair enough.
But I use it all the time for almost everything I do if I'm in the house.
Yeah.
And so because of that, time to value, if
Yeah.
you see what I mean, it's got to be my laptop. It's got to be.
Awesome. Well, there you go, and that concludes what are your favourite? What's the opinion on? How best is your opinion?
I
Segment.
can't believe that we're 6 episodes in and you still haven't got your head wrapped around the name of our podcast yet and what we're trying to do.
Quick fire opinions.
Quick fire opinions. But yeah, and is this like an adversarial round that we're doing? This isn't like did I win that, for example?
I don't think there's winning.
That's
or
not. It's
losing.
not. That's not part of this section.
No, I mean it's not. I mean, there's not a right or wrong. I mean, what am I going to say? No, you're wrong. That isn't the best thing you've spent your money on.
No, it's fine.
What?
So we'll call it a draw. Let's just call it a draw.
Okay, let's call it a draw. It's
All right.
fine.
I'm going to ding the bell,
Ding
and,
the bell.
we're going to move on. We're now going to do the quiz round.
Oh, I love the quiz round.
I know. So Neil has very kindly done me another quiz. So it's 5 questions. This one, he's done a proper Excel spreadsheet for us.
Somebody's got too much time on
I
their hands.
know, right? So this is the first time we're reading this. So he's got 3 tabs. He's got instructions, questions, answers. So I'm going to read the instructions out. Ready?
You know what he does? He curates quizzes and corrects people in his spare time.
I mean, he does more than that. He's got 2 children, He's got
I don't see any evidence of
he's
anything
got
other
a
than
full, vibrant life. But part of it is that, yeah.
Yeah.
You're absolutely right.
Yeah.
Right, here we go. Do you know the price of some key items in a supermarket? Oh, I should point out, he works for Waitrose.
that. Figures.
So, yeah, he is Waitrose man through and through. I've taken the price of 5 products in Waitrose on Tuesday the 7th of February. That's 2003.
Okay.
Can you tell me how much you think they all cost? So this is like what they ask politicians
It
to
is,
see
isn't
whether
it?
they're
Yeah.
like
in
down
touch
to
with the
earth.
common man.
I mean, do you think you're in touch with the common man when
think
it
I
comes to like a pint of milk and what have
I
you?
think I am. I'm the one that does all the shopping in my house.
Right, okay, yeah, me too, but then I do live alone, so
Yeah,
I
so
would
that would be
starve.
weird if somebody else did.
Right, you each have to guess the price of the item, and the person who comes closest wins.
So, okay.
These are all non-promotional prices.
Oh, yeah.
It's
Do
important to know.
Waitrose do promotions like like a brace of grouse for only £3.50, or what is it like?
Yeah, it's
super
buy,
savour on foie gras
it's
this
buy
week.
one quail's egg, get one free, I think, usually.
Okay, yeah, fair enough.
It's a loss. Quail's eggs are a loss leader for Waitrose.
No, absolutely.
So,
With really small omelettes with them.
I'm just going to skip over the bits that we don't need to do here. So he says, I suggest you write your answers down first and don't just say something that is 1p or... All right, yeah, so we will
Yeah, no,
put our
I
answers
get
down
it,
so you can't just go slightly higher or lower,
Yep.
which I think is fair. That's fine.
Yep.
And then finally, he says here, I know that Waitrose has a reputation for being expensive, you think, but I think you'll find that we offer great value for money. So there's your free plug, Neil. I hope Waitrose, your overlords are happy.
Well, no, I mean, I don't think that we should mock Waitrose too much. I mean, I think they do offer great value for money, and hopefully we get some sponsorship.
Yeah, that's true, actually. Yeah.
Yeah.
What would you want from Waitrose? If they were going to send us a crate of something, what would you want a crate of?
Oh, good question. I like Fever Tree tonic. I always balk a little bit about paying a little bit more for my tonic.
I'll tell you
water.
what, you send Paul some tonic,
Yep.
you send me some gin,
Yeah.
and we'll figure it out between us.
Yeah,
Is that
absolutely.
cool?
Yeah, happy days.
Right on. All right, here we go. So I'm going to open up the questions one now. So don't say these out loud. Oh, look at that. He's got a full-on little spreadsheet he's done, and I bet he's done all the formatting and stuff. Although saying that, I've had to open this on a free spreadsheet because it wasn't working in Excel. So whether the formatting will stand up.
Yeah, great. He's got pub quizzes and pedantry.
We'll figure this out.
That's all he does.
Right, here we go. So, question 1.
Yeah.
How much was 4 pints of semi-skimmed milk?
Okay. Yeah. Got that. Yeah. Okay. Milk. We drink a lot of milk in
Oh,
our house.
but do you pay
Every
attention?
week we go through 2 of those 4-pinters and 1 blue top full fat one.
Another 4-pinter?
Yeah, another
You're
4-pinter.
a 12 pints a week
Yeah.
family.
Yeah. And I don't drink milk at all myself.
But when you're shopping, you look at the prices.
So I go to the shop and I have one of those, those newfangled bleepers
Oh, yeah,
that you can scan
Yeah,
yourself.
I like those.
I do that and I scan myself and I go through and look.
The reason I like that is that you can get in and out of the shop with
Yeah.
zero contact with another human being.
Yeah, I don't like other people.
No.
No, in general.
Don't get me started on people at the supermarket checkout.
Oh, this is standard. Start your stand-up routine.
People that...
And what about that airplane food, eh? Right, come on,
Well,
next
it's the people,
question.
The
Jeez.
people that watch them just chuck food down them and they don't even start packing their bags until after they've done put all the food through.
Yeah, no.
What's the matter with these people?
Oh,
And get your
yeah.
fucking wallets out in
There
advance.
we go.
Sorry, you get me going.
There we go.
Right, next one
Yeah.
is British beef extra trimmed fillet steak.
Oh,
Price per kilo looks like he's got. Hang on, let me just expand that out.
fillet.
So extra British beef extra trimmed fillet steak per kilo.
Okay.
Now then, per kilo.
Yeah. Okay, I've got that. It's expensive, isn't it, fillet steak? This goes to show what the kind of thing that Neil's looking at whilst walking around the supermarket.
Yeah,
isn't
he's
it?
kind of like, he was sort of earlier going like, oh yeah, they're not quite as posh and expensive as you think they are, but then he's picking like
fillet steak.
the fillet steak and the
What's
extra
next?
trimmed one as well.
Oysters.
Yeah, right. I've got something there.
Yeah, so have I. Yep.
Okay, number 3, 1 kilogram bag of essential carrots. Now,
Essential is their value
yes,
range, isn't it?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Not just life-giving carrots that
Yep.
you need. That you're a rabbit on life
Essential
support.
that, yeah. No, I get what I understood that.
Right,
Okay.
kilogram
1
of
kilogram.
essential carrots. Okay,
Yeah. Okay, I've got that.
all right.
Oh, he doesn't know, does he?
I don't really know.
Buy many carrots.
Do you know what I don't? Because they don't last that long.
Yeah.
I hate wasting food.
Yeah. Fair.
I only go to one shop a week.
Okay.
So I will buy a carrot if I know I'm going to eat it in the next day or two.
Just 1 carrot.
Yeah, I'll often buy just 1 carrot. And I'll have it with 1 meal that I've
Okay.
decided I'm going to have that.
Nice.
Yeah.
Happy days.
I'm not quite a prepper, but
No.
but I'm
nearly.
somewhere between a prepper and someone that goes shopping every day.
I think it's good.
Happy medium between those things. Right,
Four.
number 4. 12 330 milliliters Birra Moretti, so the
Oh.
lager. You familiar with that?
Yes, I know. Yeah.
So 12 330 mils. So is 330 mils? Is that the?
That's
not
the
the little
smaller
ones.
ones.
It's not the really little ones, is it?
I think it's the stubby ones.
The stubby ones.
I think so.
I'm just looking. I've got a
What's
can.
that? You've got a can on your
I've got a
desk
can here.
there.
Well, I'm not going to tell you. I can see what it is. But...
Oh, come on.
All right, this is 568 mil.
Yeah, I think it's...
Drinking a big can of Heineken right now.
There you go,
It
living the
is a
dream.
big can, isn't it?
It is a big old can of
So you think the 330s are the little?
Yeah, I do.
The
So
little
it's
ones.
12 of those.
12 of those is going to be.
I think it's going to be... Etty, that's quite a brand, isn't it?
Yeah, So you know Peroni.
Yes.
Somebody told me once. Now I don't know if this is true or not, but the Peroni.
Why not say it on a podcast then?
Yeah. But somebody told me once that Peroni in Italy is considered a really shit brand.
Is it?
And
Like,
it's one of these examples
like
that
Hofmeister.
yeah, it's one of the examples that they just take it to another country, never heard of it before.
Nice.
And they just assume that it's a posh thing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Why not? Marketing.
indeed.
Hashtag
I
marketing.
guess that's why. I mean, that's what you do, isn't it? You're a marketer.
No.
You are, aren't you?
No,
Oh,
that's not what I do at all.
is it?
No.
Completely misunderstood that. Right. Next, Waitrose white ultra soft toilet rolls, pack of 9.
Oh, well, you see, this is interesting because toilet roll is something I never buy.
Really?
Yeah.
What do you use?
We use leaves. No, we get our toilet rolls delivered from like a company who gives a crap.
Yeah,
they're
so
called.
I have, you might have noticed, a single roll of that in my bathroom.
Yes, I have noticed.
And it's because it was given to me as a moving in present.
Oh, nice.
So it's ornamental.
Oh, okay.
So you mustn't ever open it.
Oh, well, there's
it's not
something
to be
I need
used.
something we need to talk about after this segment. Then,
That would be
because-
like going downstairs and wiping your ass on one of the pictures that I've got hung on the wall.
And also, we need to talk about that as well.
Right, that's it.
Okay,
So,
I haven't got anything for that. Was it 9 of them? 9 ultra soft.
9 ultra soft toilet rolls.
I don't know that one. I'm gonna go. I'm just gonna go straight down the middle on that. Okay, yeah, I'm good.
Right.
I've got them all.
Yeah, me too. So, for 4 pints of semi-skim milk, what have you got?
I've got £1.89.
Ooh, I've got £1.64.
Nice. That's not too far away, is it?
No, don't. Maybe we'll see. Right, the British beef extra trimmed fillet steak price per kilo. Paul.
£15.22.
Ooh, £15.22. I have got £14.50.
Wow.
We are pretty close on these, aren't we?
Yeah.
Kilogram of carrots, essential carrots.
I've got £1.
Ooh, I've put £1.80. So you've put in £1.
Just £1 because they're the essential ones. I think that they would price them at around that. I think.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, you could well be right.
By the way, the listeners are now being treated to live data
Data
entry.
Yeah. But, we have to reveal our answers at some point.
We do.
I can type it in quite quickly.
Live data entry on the pod.
12 330ml Birra Moretti's.
Well, this one wasn't too. I don't know. £14 I've got.
So I went with £10.50.
Yeah, I think you might be right.
Maybe.
about
Well,
that.
don't know.
I just couldn't get to them being under £1 a can.
Right. Yeah.
Do you see what I mean?
Yeah,
That's what I was
maybe.
going through in my head. But then, multi-buys and all that. Okay, yep.
And then you got 9 toilet rolls.
Okay, £5.
I've gone £6.70.
Okay.
But yeah, I think you're probably right on that.
I don't know. They were essential ones, weren't they?
No, they weren't. They were ultra soft toilet rolls. Doesn't mention essentials.
I'm sorry. But the toilet roll is essential for me, though.
Well, is it? You're changing your story now?
No,
all of a
I'm
sudden,
saying it is.
Right.
I just don't buy it at the supermarket.
Right. No, I'm not sure whether but we've got our answers in though. They're on the
Yes.
record.
Yep.
We've got the thing.
Okay,
Should
let's
we
go.
need it?
Okay. Everybody is wondering what the actual answers are.
Yeah, absolutely. We're dragging this on a bit now, aren't we? Okay, the answers then. Oh yeah, it's worked.
Great.
So, oh mate, you have kicked my ass at this. So the answer to 4 pints of milk was £1.70. So I won that
you
one.
won that one, yeah.
But then the beef was £41.
Oh, yeah.
Fucking hell, Neil.
That's big.
That
He's gone
cost
big.
a kilogram of it. So yeah, you won that
Yeah.
because you went higher. The carrots were just 60p.
Wow.
So again, you got
Yeah.
that. The Moretti is £15.
Wow. Okay.
So, yeah. And the toilet roll was exactly £5. So you got that bang on.
I have absolutely crushed you in this.
Ruined me on that. But there's some of them were quite close. But anyway,
Sorry, it doesn't matter, does it?
no, I get you.
Some of it being quite close. I mean,
Is
it's
there any way we can do this without you crowing and making a big fun and
I'm
fussing
just saying,
song and dance
if
about it?
people want to listen back to the pods, the first time we did a quiz, when I was very much in favour of this being a fun endeavour in which we just kind of go along.
Yeah, well, I
and
won
just...
that one, didn't I? So
But yes, you won that one, and you know what you did there?
I crowed
You
a bit about it.
So what is it now? 3.5
It's-
to 1?
It's 1.5. Yeah, 3.5 to 1.5.
Yeah. Okay. Can I just say that I've always liked Neil. I've always thought
it's
he
good.
was.
And the hey, no, you'll be pleased to hear that I even had to use a open source spreadsheet piece of software, and your formula held up.
Yeah, I think
Formulae held up.
you want a few more tech specs for your live data entry there. If you want to just kind of give it some more data.
Anyway, I think that's probably done it for that particular segment. Then, so
Before you ring the bell,
yeah,
Paul wins that one.
yeah.
The first quiz on Paul and Mark's opinion hour.
Yeah, the inaugural. No, we can't. We can't keep doing that.
No, we can't.
Let's just move on.
So you can ding the bell.
I'm going to ding the bell and we'll move on to the next segment. Here we go. Next, we are going to do another quick fire round. I am going to give Paul quick fire topics for him to give his opinion on.
Yes.
Now, I'm not trying to have a go at you, but I started doing a very boring thing, like you did for me.
Right.
Yeah, remember that?
I thought it was dynamic and...
I even did a couple of exactly the same ones that you wrote down.
Well, you say that now.
But then I had a better idea.
Did you?
It came to me all of a sudden.
Okay.
And I'm quite pleased with it. And I am going to have to push you for an answer on every single one.
Okay.
But I thought, considering we're talking about money,
yes,
this would be a wonderful opportunity to fire a few hypothetical. What is the least amount of money you would be prepared to take to do something?
Oh, nice.
One of those. And I even then went and petitioned some friends of the pod.
Right.
So I've got one from Nathan and one from Neil.
Okay.
And the other three are mine.
Right.
So I'm going to put it in this order. So this one was me. This is my one.
Right. Go on.
What is the least amount of money you would suck one of my toes to completion for?
Oh,
And you need to do an actual figure.
Physically revolted by this.
Yep. That's the nature of the
but
round.
then I like money, really.
Yeah, so what's the least amount it would take?
The least amount it would take £5,000.
I might be able to rustle that up.
Do you think?
Not on me now. We'll do it next week. But that's interesting. Theoretically, that's within my budget.
Is it? Cash.
Theoretically.
Right, okay. No, £5,000. Yeah,
I might have to remortgage the house. But I reckon I could get it together if I needed it.
Get it quickly.
All right, next one. What is the least amount of money it would take for you to punch a child in the face? And it could be one of your own children.
Oh, okay.
I figured that you won't have an angry parent to deal with, apart from your lovely wife, of course.
Yeah, so she would be quite angry at that.
Yeah, but you could choose another. You could choose another. Child.
So there's two things there. I've got to qualify. How hard do I have to punch them?
Like pretty hard.
Like an angry,
you would definitely. If you hit them in the eye, you give them a big black eye for sure.
Right. Okay. So it's leaving a mark. Am I allowed to collude with them on this? So could I say, I'll take £10,000 to do this, but you get 5 and I get 5?
I had not considered that, but yes, I respect the game theory going on here. And yes, you can do that.
In that case, I'd say 10 grand. I'll punch my eldest because he could take it, I think.
And what do you think your good lady wife George would say about it? You think she'd be on board?
Okay,
she thinks she'll need a cut? 15 grand.
I think she'd. Let's go 15 grand. Yeah, I think so. 15,000, 5k each.
Excellent.
Done.
Good. This one's from Neil.
Okay, Neil.
Quizman Neil.
Yeah. Oh, yes.
Let's start calling him that.
Relative of the pod.
What's the least amount of money it would take for you to spend a week fell walking with Piers Morgan?
An awful lot of money.
Yeah, more than punching your child in the face.
Much more than punching my own child in the face.
Right.
It would have to be £500,000.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean...
I detest the man. If I could...
Right, okay. I don't think Neil knew that, so he's just happened upon a bit of a, red button subject for you.
Does he think I might like him? Do you think it might be like 15 quid?
Yeah.
Like, I love Piers.
I'll pay for everything.
Great, yes, please. No, £500,000.
£500,000.
Yeah.
Wonderful. So this is one of mine. How much money would it take for you to engage an on-duty police officer in conversation, but repeat everything that they say back to them sarcastically?
Oh, okay. Well, so I could do this sort of easily. One of my relatives is a police officer, so I could.
Giles.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I could do that.
Hang on. No, you can't do it to Giles.
Why not?
It's one you've never met before.
Okay.
This is my hypothetical.
Okay. I'd say 10 grand, £10,000.
£10,000
to do that.
Do you think you'd end up?
Because I think these days I don't think that they would do. No, I don't think you would.
I don't think you would.
I think if you took it too far and stuff. I think you've got to do an awful lot these days to be physically
That's
arrested
like
and put in a
part
car.
of our white male privilege.
Oh, yeah,
To go
absolutely.
and say what the fuck we want to
Yeah.
any policeman
Yeah.
without any qualms whatsoever.
Exactly. And if I could do it with a smile, I could. They'd think it's some sort of freaking YouTube like
I could go and
prank.
smear peanut butter on a policeman's cock, and there's fuck all he can do about it.
Nothing.
There isn't a judge in the land that would lock me up for that.
I think
And that's what I love about this country. That's what makes this country great.
I'm not sure that's true, but go on.
Right. And this next one, actually, not particularly apropos of what we were just talking about.
on.
This is from Nathan.
Nathan, friend of the pod.
What's the least amount of money it would take for you to get a tattoo of a British bulldog on your upper arm?
Oh,
No.
what sort of absolute moron
So
would
I
do
wasn't
something
sure.
like that?
I wasn't sure if you knew that or remembered that.
I think I've remembered it from a long time ago.
So do you want to tell the listeners what you're talking about?
I think that a while ago, back probably in his early 20s,
Well, younger than that. I think we
Was
were like
it?
18 or 19, yeah.
Mark may have got quite a large tattoo of a British bulldog on his upper arm. Oh, nice. Sort of a stout British bulldog on his hind legs. Is that a Union Jack
It is a
Like,
Union Jack vest that he's
vest
wearing.
that he's wearing?
Now, I want to write a reply to this, so
This
you
is
carry
what-
on, but I want to write a reply to
So
this.
this is when Mark was in the BNP for a while,
No.
and he, it was a phase. It's fine. He's out of it now. He's fine, and he's good.
More upfront these days.
It's not fun now.
Mellow. You mellow, don't you, as you get older?
Quite a bit of money, I think, on my upper arm. Big,
Yeah.
I think. Oh yeah, £25,000.
25,000, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do it for £25,000.
Blimey, that really does just hammer home what a terrible mistake it was on my part.
What's your right of
So
reply? Then?
right,
Go on.
so just so everyone knows, I'm not a racist. I don't think I'm racist.
I
I'm,
don't think
I
I'm
know
racist.
I am the beneficiary of white privilege, and I get all that, but I'm not a racist. What happened was, do you remember the Big Breakfast, the TV
Yes,
show?
yep.
Johnny Vaughan
Yep.
used to present it.
Agreed.
And
Yep.
for quite a long time, there was a segment they'd do on it, and it was British Bulldog.
Yeah.
And he'd go and he'd do a little British Bulldog action and a face. He'd be British Bulldog, British Bulldog, British Bulldog. And there was nothing inherently racist about it. It was just a stupid, funny thing on a stupid, funny
Yeah.
breakfast thing.
Yeah.
So I went to get with a friend of ours, Darren.
Oh yeah.
He was going to get a tattoo.
Yep.
He's a Welshman.
He is.
And he was getting, is it the fleur de lis?
Yep.
The Welsh plume thing?
Yep.
So he was getting that, he's, a proud
Nice.
Welshman.
A traditionally
So I was in this
non-racist
tattoo.
symbol of national pride.
So I was in this tattoo shop with him, flicking through their magazine,
Yeah.
and I happened upon this British Bulldog. And I'm
because
like,
what you want,
oh.
you want that impulsivity to be part of the choice
And
for a tattoo that you
it
can
was
have for the rest of your
zeitgeisty,
life.
but it was so nichely zeitgeisty as well that it's just absolute batshit crazy, and I really regret it. But it was because of that. I'm like, I bet, like Johnny Vaughan does. He does British Bulldog.
Great.
I'll get that while I'm here. And it was like 60 quid or something, which was
Have you
a
ever
lot of
thought
money back
about
then.
having it removed
I thought about it, but I haven't.
or having something else put over the top? That's what some people do. Put something else over the top of it.
What would you put over it? What could you put over it?
Maybe Tommy Robinson's face.
Yeah, classic out of the fire scenario there, Paul. But thanks for your input.
You're welcome.
Anyway, so that was Nathan's little joke. Then I asked him.
Thanks very
said
much,
that.
Nathan, friend of the pod.
And I genuinely didn't know because we did used to hang around back then.
Yes.
but that was a long, long time ago.
Yeah, it was.
And I wasn't sure if you remembered it or not.
I
but-
can remember. I remember, the stupidity of
Yeah,
youth.
yeah. And now every time I go on holiday and take my shirt off, I look like a terrible racist thug. But imagine that maybe that keeps some people out of my way.
Yeah,
Maybe they
it could
assume that they don't want to come and deal with
It could
me.
do. Reminds me of this week, funnily enough. Just this week, I was in the queue at a coffee shop, and there was people two in front of me, and there was a man and a woman talking, and the man said to the woman, "I don't know, this is ridiculous. This is the third time this week I've been accused of being a racist."
It's like that story, isn't it? Is that if you go out of the house and you meet 10 people and every single one of those people was an asshole, you're the asshole.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
There we
Anyway, So
Nice.
that concludes my quick fire. So
I have to say, it was a little bit more dynamic than my boring sort of questioning, and I can only apologise for that segment, everybody.
Well, what you can do is better next time. That's what you can do for us, Paul.
I
Is that
promise
okay?
to do better.
All right. Anyway, I'm dinging the bell. We're going to move on.
In keeping with this week's theme, well, the new theme anyway, this is the bit where we do, in my opinion, this is the best thing to happen to me this week.
Slick.
Thanks.
That was really slick because we hadn't thought of that.
No, I'm really trying to
Yeah.
absolutely mesh it into wherever I can.
This is podcast creation on the fly going on here.
Honestly, it's properly, we're just vibing
We're
now.
pulling the opinion thing literally out of our arse as we go now.
It's
isn't
all
it?
going along. So this is the bit in the podcast where we talk about the best thing to happen to us this week. And I think that Mark has also got, I haven't this week, a good news story.
It's not really a good news story.
Is
It
it
was
not?
just an interesting story that it piqued my interest.
In your opinion,
In my
it's
opinion-
an interesting story that you saw this week.
Yes, that's exactly right.
That's a new segment. We should get a
Yeah,
jingle,
That really just zings off the tongue,
doesn't it? People, I can just hear people, like catchphrase be like Little Britain. People like in the street. In your opinion, what's the best news story that you've looked at this week?
Yeah, so do you want to go first with yours?
So mine is it's really quite a simple one. This week I had a big presentation at work. I had to go to London for it. I'm not a big fan of going into London. We're based in Bristol, just outside Bristol. I'm a bit of a village boy, all in all. So London intimidates me a bit. I don't mind saying I get a little bit anxious when I'm going into London.
Did you drive or take the train?
I took the train.
Yeah, so I get anxious when I drive to London, but I quite like getting the train to London.
Yeah.
And I like the sort of hustle and bustle, and it's like it's a little bit of a departure from the norm.
Yeah.
Living in sleepy old Bristol.
Sleepy little
Go to
Bristol.
the big smoke.
Yeah, so I went to London. I had a big presentation at work. So, I went in the morning and it went okay. And I was a bit, kind of freaked out and a bit anxious again because I've spent sort of quite a bit of time now working from home and going back into the office and then other places. It's a bit of a departure.
You're a
and you get-
house cat now, aren't you?
Yeah, you get sort of set in your ways, don't you?
do.
So anyway, I did that. But one of the great things is that I don't see my brother too much, just me and him. He's based in London, so after the presentation and after the meeting, I had dinner with my brother. And we had sushi and drank too much sake and then came back home together on the train and it was great.
Oh, that sounds amazing.
Yeah.
Do you know what? I've never tried sake. Oh, no, that's a lie. I have tried it once, actually. The last time I was in London,
Okay.
we ended up having some sushi and we had it there.
Yeah.
I was a bit pissed, so I don't remember what it tastes like.
It sort of tastes like vodka. It's a bit smoother vodka, I would say.
Okay.
Yeah, and the higher quality sake, it depends upon how much you polish the rice
Oh.
before you then distill it, apparently.
Polishing the rice really does sound euphemistic, doesn't it?
Doesn't it? Yeah, so that's in my opinion, what was the best thing to
Good
have
one.
happened to me this week.
That sounds
Mark,
good.
in your opinion, what is the best thing to have happened to you this week?
Well, opinion-wise,
In your opinion.
in my opinion, the best thing that happened to me this week... Well, I've got a couple of things, actually. So,
Okay.
The first one is a bit of a generic thing, and I get this every year, but the Six Nations has started.
Rugger.
No, we've covered this in our previous sports episode, and I'm a big rugger fan. And we're quite blessed in rugby because every year we get this amazing tournament.
Yeah.
It's 5 games each, 6 teams all play each other, and it's all local rivalries. Unfortunately, it's everyone else wants to beat the fucking English.
Yeah.
And obviously I'm an England fan.
But
But
as we know, because you're quite,
yeah, and
nationalistic with that.
however, no, it's a British bulldog I've got, FYI. It's
sorry.
not a
English bulldog.
yeah,
Sorry,
it's not an English flag, it's British.
Oh, apologies.
But it's just great. So every year we get this. And at the moment, the Northern Hemisphere teams, which is pretty much all the Six Nations teams,
Yep.
they're like the world's number 1 and number 2 are there now. So that's Ireland and France. So,
Okay.
So in the years previous, like your Australias, your New Zealands and your South Africas have often been like the best teams in the world.
Your USAs, your Canadas.
And so there's often a bit of a like north-south hemisphere divide where the southern hemisphere teams would be a bit sniffy, going, yeah, you got the Six Nations every year, but it's just 6 of your lower teams doing it. Now, that's not the case. Northern hemisphere has probably got the better rugby playing at the moment.
Nice.
But the other thing is, Six Nations, for me, every year always spells sort of end of summer, start of spring.
Yep.
And actually, the weather's been got a lot nicer recently.
You mean end of winter, start of spring?
Sorry, yeah, what did I say? It's end of summer.
End of summer. Sorry, I just before Neil picks you up on it next week, I thought I'd better get it in.
Yeah, thanks for that. But yeah, sorry, end of winter, start of spring.
Yep.
So it's just such a big thing for me. I love rugby. I watch every single game, well, as much as I can. So far, I've watched every single game.
Of the internationals, or do you watch club rugby as well?
I do watch club rugby, so I watch Bristol, but I'm saying in the Six Nations, which of course
you
is
make
all
a point of watching every game.
I will watch as much of that as possible.
And do you watch it with people, or?
Yeah, so for, like our friend Steve Hawker, I watched the last England game with him.
Nice.
Other than that, I've watched it all on my own at the moment here. But yeah, I just.
And do you put the full kit on?
Yeah, put the full kit on.
Socks.
I put
shin
pads, like bunting, like rugby themed bunting,
scrum cap,
full scrum cap.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Okay, yeah, no, lovely. I love that. I'm just closing my eyes thinking about that.
Anyway, so that was one thing, but actually, that's not the main thing. So the main thing is, I've bought some Lego. I've bought some new Lego, and that's always a fun thing. So I love Lego.
Yep.
And I've decided, so I sort of budget my money each month. I put myself a certain amount of money, and that is for things like all my food.
Yep.
But if I buy something for lunch while I'm out at work, that will cover that. If I go out socialising, that will also cover that.
Yep.
And I decided that if I can sort of cut back a lot on that in the last sort of first couple of months of the year, and come in under budget on that, if I come in under enough, I'll spend it on Lego. So actually, in the last episode, I was a bit disingenuous because I was talking about I've just had a very quiet start to the year and nothing's going on in my life.
Oh, you were just...
Well, that's actually been a bit by design, to be honest. So at the start of the year, I sort of make a point of just perhaps keeping my head down after a busy Christmas where there's lots of revelry. Have a nice quiet start to the year.
Lovely.
But it means I've come in under my normal spending budget. So I've been able to spend that on a Lego kit.
Yeah, because you're 12.
Well, you know, I'm not at all ashamed or apologetic for being into Lego.
Fine.
So this is my thing. I've started building a small collection, and I want to expand it.
Oh, yeah.
Of Lego models.
Okay.
That I can also sort of display ornamentally.
Oh, yes, like one of those people.
So, like, you know, Star Wars ships, that sort. No, I'm not talking about that.
If you don't go out in March, you could buy a display case.
Maybe.
And it's a slippery slope, isn't it?
Well, I mean, that's not the worst thing. That's not the worst idea you've ever had, Paul. I might go out and buy myself a Lego display case.
Hang on, can you get an actual Lego display case?
I could probably make one. If I bought all the separate parts, I could probably make one.
That's quite something.
That'd be next level, wouldn't it?
That would be next level. So you've bought yourself a... what?
So... The kit so what I've already got is a kit of a Fiat 500, you know, the little Fiat 500 car. Quite a decent sized kit.
Cinquecento is in Italian, apparently.
No, Cinquecento is a different Fiat model.
No, but that's what it's originally called.
Oh, is it?
The Cinquecento is the sort of 90s one,
right,
but named after the Fiat 500, I believe.
I apologise if that's true.
It's okay.
Well, Neil will sort us out.
Won't he just?
Yeah.
Check on that one.
In fact, both of these things were bought for me by Neil for Christmas.
Lovely.
So this year he got me a kit, and it's like a Vespa.
Nice.
So far it's been exclusively Italian motor vehicles.
Yeah.
So the next one I've bought, though, the one I've just ordered, it's a working typewriter.
Oh, man.
Your cousin Phil has a typewriter displayed ornamentally.
Right.
And I've always admired it. He's got it displayed in a very nice place.
Nice.
So I thought it'd be like nice to tap into that. But also I get the fun of making it.
tap onto that.
Very good, yeah.
Thanks.
But then I also get the fun of making it.
Yeah.
And it's something that I can display and it will actually look quite nice.
So could you actually use it to, I mean, they're not being funny, but to type stuff with?
So I am led to believe.
So it's got ribbons and all that
Well,
stuff
this is the bit. I don't know how the ink is going to work. So I don't know whether it's going to have I don't know.
Oh, okay.
But certainly when you hit the key the thing will fly back and
Yes,
you will be able to run paper through it.
Wow.
Now, exactly how it's going to work, I will have to wait and see. I'll get back to you.
Because they're doing these kind of working things. Like, I've seen that they do a Nintendo, a sort of a Super NES Lego one, which is
really?
actually working, that you can then plug into your TV. And it
So,
actually
sorry,
works.
how does that work exactly?
It's a Lego Super Nintendo.
Right. So it's the box. You're making the box.
Yeah.
And it's got the actual components
I
that you would
think
have in a
so.
normal one.
Yeah.
I don't get that. That
Okay.
doesn't seem. But
Okay.
yeah,
I don't know.
Hey,
I mean, hey, come on.
but I'm a huge Lego fan. Anyway,
I
so that's
love
my
that.
big thing, is
Great.
that I've had a quiet start to the year, so I've saved a load of money, and the money I've saved, I am going to expand my Lego ornamental collection.
And it's brilliant. And then it's all the way to the display case.
And then it's all the way through the display case.
We're loving
Absolutely.
it, mate. Okay.
Well, I've kind of feeling that that's a bit of a deflating way of finishing that. I was trying to be really positive,
No,
and it just seems like you're being really like negative and cutting about it.
I'm not being negative and cutting about it. I think it's a great thing to do. I genuinely do.
Do you like Lego though? Have you done any Lego kits?
I haven't got the attention span for Lego.
Okay.
This is where my wife,
Hey, that Buxton owns that.
Yeah, sorry.
We can't do that.
Differ.
He fucking owns it.
It's sort of a meta kind of podcast thing.
All right.
And we differ in the way that I love Lego, and I always sort of tried to get the kids to create things from Lego. So we would get a Lego set, and the first thing we would do is make whatever was on the box.
Yep.
And then we would play with that for a bit. And then what happens with the Lego, it gets dismantled and put in the big Lego pile.
Yep.
And then you just create from it.
Well, I remember as a child that would be how it worked.
Yeah.
In fact, I don't even think we even got the kits. We got old people's kits.
Yes.
Or bits of them. So
Yeah.
we ended up with like sacks of random bits.
Yeah.
So yeah, it would be very much
And
like
then you
that.
get the stuff and what have you. But George always so I would come home from from work, and George will have color coded all the Lego.
Oh, wow.
So there's bags, literal like sandwich bags with red blocks, grey blocks, yellow blocks. And I just think that takes all the fun out of Lego.
So here's something I heard recently that was very cool about Lego. It is a friend of mine. I won't mention who they are, but a friend of mine who told me that basically they've suffered quite badly with mental health issues, like depression in particular.
Yep.
And they've developed a system, and it's Lego based.
Okay.
So they've got different colored Lego blocks.
Yep.
And if they do certain things in a day, they get a block. They can add a block to a tower.
Okay.
And a certain colour. So if you go out, just leave the house.
Yep.
Which can be a challenge for this person sometimes.
Yeah.
They go out of the house, they get a white one. They do exercise, they get a red one. That might not be the exact colour system, but it's that sort of thing. They see someone else.
Yes.
Which again can be really challenging for people who are suffering with these sorts of things.
Yep.
And so every time he does something, and he's got these massive Lego structures.
That are multicoloured and show
A
the
physical representation of the work he does to try and combat their mental health issues.
That's amazing.
And he told me something once. It's just so touching, and it made me want to cry. It was a friend of his, a friend of mine, in fact, who I also know, who for Christmas got him big bags of the colours, the various colours he uses, and the right blocks,
Right.
because he was sort of running out.
Yeah.
And it was like they bought him for Christmas future good mental health. It was beautiful, isn't it?
How amazing is that?
Yeah.
That's amazing.
So that touched me so much when he told me about that. But anyway, that's the power of Lego.
Power of Lego, and I
Yeah.
apologise.
So that was it. That was my best thing that's happened to me this week,
In your opinion.
in my opinion. And then we're going to move on. Bit of a sort of sideways move here into
Hang on. Let's do a mid-segment ping.
Shall we?
Yeah.
We're not going to put
No,
the little music over it or anything.
no. Let's just do to just sort of underline that part,
I love
and
it.
then move on to the next one.
It's a day of firsts, and this is just another one, and I love it. Here we go. Next up, we're going to do, in my opinion, what is the best news story? Now, this isn't necessarily the best news story.
No, but in your opinion,
In my opinion, this is a news story that's piqued my interest. in my opinion.
In your opinion?
Yeah, but it was basically, I saw this and it just made me laugh quite a lot because it was sort of being taken so seriously and it just struck me as being a little bit absurd. But it was the Chinese spy balloon debacle.
Yeah, yes.
Were you familiar with this? Did you hear about this?
No, I've the UFOs, as they've been calling them, haven't
Exactly. So I got some stats here that these balloons apparently were 60 meters tall. So the balloon bit is 60 meters tall. Give you a little
they?
bit of
6-0?
6-0.
Wow.
Give you a bit of context. That is the same height as a 20-story building,
Wow.
as 20 African elephants, 2 blue whales,
What, hang on. 2 blue...
end on end.
End on... Thanks.
Yep.
Yep.
The height of Victoria Falls,
Yep.
it is 4.36 London buses in a row.
On top of...
Like, no, lengthwise.
Right. Yep.
Sort of like in a row, I believe.
Yes.
Because-
Like driver to... But... And why do we say London buses? Why? I mean, they're not...
Yeah, but it's
Uniquely-
just... So these are the two, isn't it? Well, I've really got a load of stuff here, but actually the two different sort of metrics people
Yeah.
use to compare lengths are London buses, which I've got there, 4.36, and the other one, of course, is
the-
Wales.
Yeah.
So it is like 4,166th of the height of Wales from south to north.
Oh,
Just
so
to put it into context for you.
Sorry, absolutely twisting my mouth. We've done actual Wales, and now...
And then we're doing the
place
country Wales, yeah.
Right. And it's sandwiched, like, by... Well, no, they're sandwiched by double-decker, but no, London, specifically
So
London
the London
buses.
buses, forget the London buses. So it's, well, no, don't forget the London buses. It's 4.36 London buses long. This
Yes.
is the size of the balloon we're talking.
High,
High.
yes.
And then the country Wales,
Yeah.
which is a favourite metric to compare size against.
Yes.
If in this case, the balloon would be a 4,166th
Right.
of the length of Wales from north to south.
Where are you measuring from and to?
Like the furthest north bit of Wales to the furthest south bit of Wales.
Okay.
Yeah. But that really does put it into context, doesn't it?
Doesn't it? That really does, because I had no idea.
But basically,
really,
it's a fucking big balloon.
it is a big balloon.
If you ask me, though, it's been blown out of all proportion.
Hey,
Thank you.
God.
The US,
Terrible.
the US shot it down. Obviously,
did.
in fact, they've shot down a few of them.
Yes.
Or as I like to say, that they've blown up a big Chinese balloon, which must have taken them ages.
Oh my God.
I also wondered, how did they know it was from China?
Oh, good
I guess
question.
it probably said "Made in China" on it, presumably.
I didn't realise. I didn't see it coming. Did not see it coming. When they shot it down and it landed on the floor, was there like a sort of a little sort of fortune in the middle of it?
Well, it did occur to me that it might have just been a
Oh.
Chinese lantern that's got a bit out of control, you know.
God.
And
Oh, he's got another one. I can see it. in
This
his
is the last
face.
one. It's the last one. But it did occur to me that if you're going to be spying with your spy equipment,
Yeah.
you want, as a state-sponsored spy thing, you want plausible deniability.
Yes.
So why didn't they just write "Happy Birthday" on it? And then they could have, they could have just denied all knowledge. And they
Yeah.
go like, I don't know, it's just somebody's birthday, I guess. Anyway, that was,
Jesus
in my
Christ.
opinion, that was a news story I bothered to think about at all and write some sort of jokes for.
In my opinion,
Yeah.
some of the worst jokes about balloons this week.
Anyway, I'm going to ding the bell and we're just going to crack on. Next up, we're going to do one of our big, opinion topics.
Yes.
So one of our big opinion
Just
topics.
Just lean into it.
We're just, the nomenclature will come to us organically, I think, as
Lean
we go
into
through
it.
it. Yep.
It's fine.
So this one is going to be, in my opinion, or our opinion, what is the best thing to do with £1 billion?
No, not in our opinion. In my opinion.
No, well,
Or your opinion. We're not going to necessarily... We're
gonna
both
hear-
got our own ideas.
yeah, but we're going to hear each other's ideas, so
Right.
that's where the plural came from.
Okay, that's fine.
Fine. So, do you want to kick us off? Have you got any thoughts initially about the overall premise? Are we going to narrow it down? You got criteria to come with?
I haven't really got much in the way of criteria. I've kind of segmented mine off a bit and kind of figured out different things to do with it, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I have to say, it took me a while to think about this. £1 billion is a lot of money.
Well, first and foremost, we're talking new billion. Because, of course, there was the old UK billion, which was a million.
Yes.
Now, we're talking 1,000 million, I assume.
Yes, the American billion.
Yes.
But that's now, I think, widely
It's generally
acknowledged
accepted.
as the
Absolutely.
billion. Yeah.
That's fine. But are you doing... So the question was pounds.
Yes.
Is that what you've stuck to, pounds? Not
Yes.
that it makes that much difference. As opposed to dollars, I mean.
Or, the Vietnamese dong.
Well, then it does become a little bit more relevant, in all fairness.
I think it does, probably, yeah.
It's just that a lot of stuff that I was looking up, it was all in, like, a lot of it was dollars. So I've got some dollar stats here. And it's
Well,
sort of
but to be honest, the way that the sterling is going at the moment, there's not huge amounts of difference anymore between
Exactly.
pounds and dollars anyway.
Yes, my
So
point.
that's fine. I'll let you go.
The other thing, and then now, again, this might be my professional cap coming on now.
Oh, God, are you going
But-
to tell us to put it all into a pension?
Well, no, but the question is, where is it from? So have we found this? Have we inherited it? Where is it from? Because
What difference does it make?
the tax makes quite a lot of difference, my
Oh,
friend.
no. Well, I'm assuming that we've just got £1 billion.
Well, the other thing
into
is
our bank account.
Yeah, but the other thing. So, have we stumbled across it? And if you stumble across £1 million, it does beg the question.
£1 billion.
Sorry, £1 billion.
Yeah.
It does beg the question: whose is it?
Yeah.
Are they going to come looking for it?
Okay.
So, this is one of my criteria: is are we having to spend this under the radar so as not to attract attention to
Oh
ourselves?
no!
Right,
No,
okay.
sorry. What? No. I mean, what? Were you thinking we're going to have to clean it all?
Well, where are you
And-
thinking this £1 billion has come from?
I suppose. To be fair, I hadn't thought about it at all.
Because the other thing, maybe you've won it in the lottery.
Yeah.
Now, UK law, if you win it in a lottery, it's initially tax-free.
Oh, thank you.
Because gambling proceeds,
Brilliant.
which is considered that,
Yeah.
are tax-free. But the moment you put that in a bank account,
Yeah.
there's tax to be paid there.
Is there?
Any growth you make. If you put it in certain products, there's different tax to be done. If you take it out, it can affect your income tax, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
So we're not factoring any of that stuff in.
But surely it wouldn't. If you're taking it out, just taking it out of your bank, it's not income, is it?
No, true. I suppose it would be more that any growth it's making is going to get capital gains tax on it.
Oh well, I'm fine with that. Of my £1 billion.
But the initial capital, you're sort of happy with, like.
I think that my idea is that a genie has come to me and said, "I can give you £1 billion," and I've said yes, please, and they've paid it into my bank account.
Oh, so this is my next thing: is it cash or it's electronic at this point? It's in your bank account. It's in the financial system.
I mean, I don't think you could even conceive of £1 billion
Well,
cash.
I've got some more stats for you that
Oh.
might help you out here. Although I haven't, there's no buses or whales involved with this.
Christ, yes, good.
But $1 billion $1 bills. This is what I'm saying, that I've been some of these stats with dollars.
That's, yeah.
Equivalent. $1 billion $1 bills would stretch 96,900 miles.
That's a lot.
If you got £1 a second,
Yeah,
to get £1 million would take 2 weeks.
yeah.
To get £1 billion would take 32 years.
Wow.
$1 billion in $100 bills. Now, this is where it gets a little. These stats don't seem to quite chime together. So far, we've talked about 32 years, 96,000 miles.
Yes.
$1 billion in $100 bills would take up 8.5 cubic yards. Now, obviously, that's a lot of money, but it just doesn't seem quite in the same sort of stratosphere, does it, as the other
Cubic
statistics?
yards. That's quite big, though, isn't it? That's like a house.
No, cubic yards.
Yeah.
So a yard is that big. And then 8
This
of those
is
cube.
great content for the podcast, as Mark shows me with his hands the size of a yard.
If your house was 8 cubic yards, you would not be able to fit in it. Oh no, you could actually, but you wouldn't be able to raise a family in it.
Mate,
Not at this level of
I
like.
haven't been doing well. That's what I'm saying. I'm just, there's no need to mock.
The other thing I wondered is this a Brewster's Millions type scenario whereby the game is to spend it as quickly as possible?
No.
Fine. Okay.
Although Brewster's Millions was a great film.
Yeah, it was. I have to admit.
I haven't seen it for a while, but it's a great film.
And one other question.
Oh, yes, go on.
Or one other point is,
Yep.
whilst doing the research for this topic,
Okay.
I came across a lot of stories. There's a lot of examples of people who win the lottery
Yep.
and it ruins them.
Yes.
So, for example, I've read about one that said in one source, it was lovemoney.com, 70% of lottery winners end up broke, and a third declare bankruptcy sometime after them winning the lottery.
Wow.
What is going on there?
I declare bankruptcy. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, something's going on there. I mean, I think it wouldn't change me.
I mean, you're already pretty snobby and pretentious anyway, aren't
Yeah,
you? So...
I mean, you'd hope it changes you, right? It's got £1 billion. If it doesn't change me, what's the point?
Right, before we get into then what we would do with it,
okay.
I've got one other thing is what you could buy for £1 billion. So I've
Go
been
on.
having a little look.
How many blue whales and double-decker buses could one buy for £1 billion?
You could buy the entire country of Wales. No, you probably
Yeah,
could.
no, I bet you.
No, but for £1 billion, you could buy 2 flagship hospitals.
Okay, yeah.
So I'm guessing your flagship hospitals. I mean, in Bristol that would be Southmead. I'm guessing.
Yes, yeah.
Modern,
Yeah,
big hospital with an A&E department, helipad,
yeah.
the full works.
The full works.
You could have 2 of them.
Okay.
You could pay for 19,000 GP's salary in the UK,
Okay, that's not bad.
which I think would probably be worthwhile.
Yeah.
You know,
For what? For a year?
for a year. Yeah.
Well, and then what do they do?
And I guess they then they do it for the love of the job.
And they
after
go
that, I
back
guess.
to, like, working the streets.
I mean, you could probably do the maths yourself here to see how much we value GPs over teachers. But so
Yeah.
19,000 GPs, 27,000 secondary school teachers' salary for a year.
Yeah.
Yeah. You could buy 2/3 of a nuclear-powered submarine, like a full-on military one.
Which I'd want the both ends.
And then you could just weld those two together.
Yeah.
And whatever's in the middle.
Yeah, that's what I'd
Probably
want.
wouldn't need
you
it
just
anyway.
have a smaller submarine, wouldn't you?
Yeah, no.
It would be, if anything, it would just be more efficient.
I would stump up for 2/3 of it, and
Yeah.
I think I'd crowdsource the rest.
Would you?
And I'd have a full nuclear-powered submarine.
So far our Patreon is looking for new microphones and a third of a nuclear
Right,
submarine.
I promise now, I promise on my British Bulldog tattoo that I will not, that none of your Patreon money will go on submarines until we've got new mics. There, I said it.
There, okay, that's fair enough. His word is his bond.
The other thing you could buy with £1 billion is 1,250,000,000 Twixes.
No.
That's, yeah.
Could you?
Yeah, because they're under £1.
A Twix is under £1?
Yeah, and that's both fingers. So if you were doing it per finger, you could double that.
You could. If you're doing the one finger Twixes. That's what goes in the kids'
No,
lunchboxes.
so this you're talking like it's a double Twix
Yeah.
that you buy on its own and as its own unit.
Full size Twix or snack size?
full size Twix.
Yeah.
With the 2 fingers.
I know what a Twix is.
Well, then why are you asking me all these questions about
No,
it?
because there's different types of Twixes.
Yeah, it's the normal one, the one you'd buy in a bloody off license. Not an off
Who
license.
buys Twixes in an off
You can buy
license?
Twix in an off license. Confectioners, should I say?
In a confectioner's?
Yeah. And it's what you get. It's a Twix that's got 2 fingers in it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's what you could get. 1,250,000 off for £1 billion.
God, but I reckon you could get a discount
You'd
off
probably
that
get a
wholesale.
discount on bulk, wouldn't
Yeah,
you?
you would. I
You'd
think.
hope so.
If you went straight to Mars,
Don't know. Didn't see that in my research.
I think it is Mars.
Yeah,
that
you
do
could well be
Twix.
right. You could well
It's
be
not
right.
Cadbury's.
Hey, I will be looking this up during the edit, and I'll confirm that at the next episode.
If Neil Barron could determine whether Twixes are Mars,
So-
I'm thinking Mars or like Nestle Roundtree, something like that. But I'm going to plump for Mars. I'm running that up the flagpole to see who salutes.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna have a guess. I'm just gonna see whether you were right or wrong.
Okay,
and
but you've always been wrong enough. For this
Glory
pod
or the
so far.
shame will lie squarely on your shoulders.
Okay, it won't count as a point though for you if you do get
I
it wrong.
can't fucking wait to throw that in your face next week. I can't fucking wait, Paul. Anyway, that's just a few things that
Okay.
you could buy with £1 billion.
No, that was
So,
super interesting. All of that.
what are you doing with your £1 billion, Paul?
Okay,
In your opinion, what is the best thing to do with £1 billion?
So here's what I'm doing, and I will go through mine with great rigour and forensic detail. So, first thing I'm going to do with my £1 billion is I'm going to take £250 million. That's going to be for me. Right?
Oh, right.
So, hang on. So, I'm going to buy 5 houses. I'm going to buy one in Cornwall, one in America, one in France, one in Scotland, and a nice ski chalet.
And you're spending 50 million. No,
Yeah.
this is all of it's being spent on houses.
No, just 50 million. So 10 million each. Hang on, I'm going. Just wait.
All right.
That's 50 million for those.
Got you.
So I've got those. They're good.
You still got 200 million in your back pocket at this
Yeah.
point, right?
I'm then giving 50 million of it to family and friends.
Oh, lovely.
So I'm going to, spread the wealth a bit because there's no point in having your own jet ski when somebody's just stood out on the pier.
And is there going to be a ranking system where certain people get more than others?
Yeah.
So what's the system there? Like a second cousin, for example, how much are they going to get?
Yeah, not as much. I mean, I think
All
it's
right,
going to be...
let's go, okay, parents. What are parents going to get?
What I'd like to do, really, is a sort of, it's a knockout style competition where all of my friends and family get together, wear large, kind of amusing inflatable suits, and perform a series of tasks in order to get like dancing monkeys for me,
like Gladiators meets It's a Knockout.
Yeah, exactly. So 50 million, and I'll spread that out between family and friends. More for family, less for friends. Fine. So that's 100 million gone there.
Okay.
5 million for a helicopter and a pilot. I've always wanted a helicopter.
Oh, think of the bloody fuel, though. Think of the...
Don't care.
Petrocarbons.
Right, so I'm going to offset my carbon. Right.
You could do
that.
That's bullshit. That's all those schemes are bullshit.
So you won't like the next one. I'm going to spend 10 million quid on cars.
And I bet none of them are going to be electric, are they?
No, not one of them. However, I am going to fuel them all with synthetic fuels, which is new, which is actually true. Costs about 10 times more than actual fuel.
Right.
But you can get synthetic fuels which are chemically made that do the same thing.
Right, okay.
So that will be carbon neutral. So that's
they look and smell just like petrol.
Yeah.
But you try and catch the fucker on fire though. It's a nightmare.
I'll then £10 million each in a trust for the kids. Just 10 million each for them.
And what clauses would you have in the trust? So when would they be able to access it, or would they be able to access it?
I think 21. I think as well. I'd want them to have a job. I like the Warren Buffett, who is an American billionaire, has this quote, which is he wants to give enough money to his kids so they can do whatever they want.
Yeah,
but not so much that they can do nothing.
Oh, okay.
Which I like.
Yeah, I like the sentiment.
Quote. I like that. But I think they're going to be a bit messed up anyway because I've got £1 billion now. Then I'm doing £5 million to charities. Right, and this is
hang on.
It's my little bit of charity.
Hang on, £5 million.
Yeah,
this is just from the 250 from your bit.
From my bit. But just bear with me.
All right,
this is.
So we've still got 750 million to go.
There's some charities that mean a lot to me. All so right. QEH Hospital in Birmingham, me a renal unit and Parkinson's Society.
Yeah,
so that's fine. Then I've got 100 million, which I'm keeping in the bank and I'm investing, and that's my living on money. That's my little nest egg.
Sorry, I lost track there. So you've done 5 million to charity, and then how much are you keeping?
I've got
for yourself?
100 million left,
right,
for my bit there.
Yep,
and that's what I'm using to kind of, get sort of, just kind of walking around money.
Yeah, absolutely. I know what you mean.
So I can go on holiday. I can buy whatever, that kind of stuff. I put it in a savings account. Yeah, it'll gain interest. Yes, I'll pay.
Oh, come and see me. Come see me about that. I'll sort you out.
So then, I've got £750 million. And I thought about this a lot. I genuinely did. Sat there and thought, what do I do?
Yep.
And this is a bit earnest, maybe, and not at all funny.
Brilliant.
Which is great.
I can't wait
for this.
Yeah. So sorry, I'll just edit it out.
Yeah. So I am going to spend £750 million on a series of things about music. So music is massive in our house. My wife's a music teacher. All of my children play instruments. Music has played a big part of my life. Listening to music, I've sung before. I love music. Music plays a big part. So, first of all, I thought is what I wanted to do was put a music teacher in every school, a dedicated music teacher. Professional in every school.
They'll be busy, won't they?
In every school throughout the country. But then there's 21,000 schools in the UK.
Right.
And if you times that by 50,000, which is about what that one would earn with kind of pensions
right?
and all that.
Oh, okay, right, yeah.
So that's
Yeah.
not what they get paid,
Sure,
but
yeah.
when you put pensions and all that on, about
Yeah.
50 grand, then that's a lot of money.
Yeah.
So then I thought, well, what we should do is we should fund a proof of concept, right, for schools, every school in Bristol and South Gloss,
Yeah.
to have a dedicated music teacher in each one of those schools. And each one of those schools gets £20,000 a year to bring in different musicians, to show the kids, to expose them to different types of music. So samba bands and orchestras and singers and operas and all kinds of stuff. And that, and doing that, funding that for 10 years with that amount. There's 330 schools in Bristol and South Gloss.
Okay.
That would cost, about £231 million
Okay.
for 10 years
Right.
to do that.
Okay.
And that's 20 grand a year per school for the budget.
So, and the school is then using that 20, and they're going out to find bands who will come in just for a few sessions, maybe.
Yeah, to inspire the kids, to teach the kids.
So they
to
might
show
be
the
spending
kids.
£5,000 on 4 different big
Yeah.
things in a year, or something like that.
Yeah, well, they got 20 grand
Yep,
to
fair
spend
enough.
per year
Alright.
on buying instruments for kids,
Yep.
bringing in teachers for kids, one-on-one for kids.
Sure.
And music has been shown
it's-
to have a massive impact on literacy and numeracy and rhyming and all sorts of different things.
Come on, the Chinese aren't going to be our overlords because they've got a really solid music syllabus, is it? It's the maths and the technology that you want to be funding,
So you
mate.
still do the maths, and then this is the thing that gets on my nerves. Don't get me on my hobby
right.
horse for STEM in schools. They don't do anything other than STEM in bloody schools these days. So we do that, and that costs 231 million. Then that really kind of boosts up, and we see what it's like at the end of 10 years, and hopefully then we get the government because we see how much it helps. So then what we do is we spend 119 million pounds,
Yeah. Okay.
and this is only to make the
make it add up.
231
Yeah.
to build a purpose-built musical centre of excellence
Right.
in South Gloucestershire. That's because where we're from.
Oh, come on, build it in Bristol.
No, it's-
Closer to me then, won't it?
Yeah, with rehearsal rooms and concert space and all the kit you need.
Yeah.
It's going to be called the Claydon Musical Centre of Excellence because they've got a bad bit of ego in it, right? I paid
Not
for
the
it.
excellent Claydon's Music School
Yeah,
of
exactly, yeah.
Excellence. Yeah.
Yeah, no, in my opinion, the Claydon Musical. So do that, and then give grants to kids, underprivileged kids, to learn music and more skills. And that's I reckon £10 million a year to run with the people in it, and the kind of buying new instruments. They'll have a recording studio.
How much influence would you have in the day-to-day of this establishment?
Oh, none, absolutely none.
Right,
Not really.
okay.
I'll sort
You
of
sit on a
be-
board or something.
Yeah, and occasionally I'll be sort of carried in on like a sedan chair,
Mm-hmm.
a loft, so that people can sort of sing the praises to me.
Yeah, presumably there'd be a massive golden statue of you, and they would
Yeah.
be some sort of like Pledge of Allegiance that is like recited every day.
Yeah, a picture of me in every one of those
And
rooms.
I imagine the anthem that they would sing to you would be fucking amazing because
Yes.
they've got the facilities to make it, haven't they?
And everybody would have to have the same haircut as me, like Kim Jong Un used to have.
So nobody's got any hair at all.
No,
then?
nothing.
Amazing.
That's what's going to happen.
Wow.
So then that leaves me with £300 million left.
Okay. Fucking hell.
I know.
Seems like this has been going on forever, and you've still got 3 million
Got
left.
300 million. 300 million. So then what I do is I cement Bristol's musical heritage and the musicality that we've kind of gained through all this by funding a Bristol Music Festival, £30 million a year for 10 years, where
Right.
we have musical sort of stuff going on throughout the city, concerts and
Hang on, that already happens quite
yeah,
a lot.
but
in Bristol.
we'll do it better.
Right. Okay.
And it will be more like the Edinburgh Fringe.
What
but
Bristol needs,
musical.
though, so you mentioned that facility that was going to be, that was more of a sort of rehearsal space and stuff.
Yeah.
Bristol needs a first-class live music venue.
Well, it's got one now. It's being built, isn't it?
Is it?
On Filton Airfield?
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
Oh,
a massive
I
one.
completely missed me
Yeah,
by. So...
it's going to be open the end of next year.
Oh, and what sort of capacity are we talking
Oh,
about?
it's like 25,000.
Is it really?
Yeah, like an arena, an indoor arena. Like,
No, I need-
so the Cardiff one or whatever.
I
Yeah.
need to watch more news.
So where on the airfield, it's called
Yeah,
the
I know.
Brabazon hangar, where they built Concorde
Yeah.
and stuff because it was big. That's where it's going to be. And funnily enough, it was where
Well, that's
before.
that's really easy to get to from here as well.
I know, it's amazing, isn't it? From
great.
me, just over by Cribs Causeway.
Yeah.
And it was where, because they've got the stage up there now and they're building it.
Mm-hmm.
Queen rehearsed there before they did a load of gigs in London because it's got
really?
quite a big stage and stuff up there
Wow.
recently. So yeah, it was Queen and Adam Lambert, I should say. 'Cause
Well,
it's not really Queen.
In
is
that
it?
case, I take it back. You carry on. Sorry, you were.
So
saying.
that's it, really. Across the city. So that's it. So
Perfect.
it's basically a legacy for Bristol and South Gloucestershire of a music heritage, and
Well,
that's my £1 billion mark.
that is quite a sensible. It's quite a very generous.
Oh, there you go. And yours not quite as.
No, I've gone down a slightly different
have
route.
you? I love
But
that. Go on.
equally heartfelt,
Okay.
but slightly different.
Okay.
So let me just check my notes here. Right. So the first thing I thought of is that what it might be nice is to be kind of like one of those sort of, and almost like an angel investor, but for your common person.
Oh,
so
nice.
I was thinking that you could give £1 million
Yeah.
to 1,000 people
Yeah.
who were worthy of it. People, so
okay.
like you talked last week or one of the recent episodes about the gentleman he'd won a house.
Oh yeah.
And he spent his whole life
Yeah.
giving to the community.
Yeah.
And it was a nice karma.
Yeah.
So I thought, maybe you could do something like that
Yeah.
for 1,000 worthwhile people.
Wow. Okay.
But then I also thought that doing the admin of that, like deciding who you're going to do,
Well,
that's
and
going to be a
what
complete
if
ball
they
ache, right?
what if they spend it all on smack?
Well, I thought I would do it along the lines of the
Hunger Games.
No, not the Hunger
No,
Games.
sorry.
More your Nobel Prize
Oh,
winners,
yes,
where you
that's
get
better.
like just a big grant and they can do whatever they want with it,
Right.
sort of thing. It would be like that. So it would be sort of like, anyway, I'm not going to do that
Okay.
because I don't want to be taking suggestions from people about who's worthy and
But couldn't you like
monitoring
take
it.
£5 million out of that? Just do like 995
No.
people,
No,
and then just pay somebody £5 million to do that.
no. So I've only thought about spending it all on one thing. Oh, by the way, none of the things I've thought about, none of the money is going to go to me. Not a single penny.
So you're going to get £1 billion,
Yeah.
and you're going to give every bit, and you're going to live
so-
exactly like you live now.
So here are some things. So this
I mean,
is
at
the
least buy some new
This is the
fucking
thing. So
microphones.
not dissimilar to you with your Bristol music thing.
Yeah.
Now I've kind of put this into the subcategory
Sounds like you're
of
belittling it, really,
of-
my Bristol music thing. I just
You're-
spent £750 million of my own
but
money
along
on
those
children.
lines. What you're thinking there is what I would refer to as it's a moonshot project.
Yeah.
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 So I've been thinking about moonshot. So I remember
I
hearing.
mean, I
about-
would call it a moonshot project, if I was a wanker.
Well, I'm just going to let that sit there. I'll let the listeners decide whether that was okay or not. Aside, it wasn't. It wasn't all right at all. It was actually quite mean.
Not okay.
So I remember Bill Gates. If you could think of a problem,
Yes.
like in the world. So
Okay.
I remember Bill Gates at one point thinking, what would it take to cure malaria?
Yes.
Hundreds of thousands, maybe even millions of people die each year of malaria.
Yeah.
So he was like, I've got so much fucking money and I want to do it. So
Yeah.
why don't I solve this fucking massive
Yeah,
problem?
take one big problem.
Take one
and
big
solve
problem,
It,
solve it. So off the back of that, now I've got a couple of things written down here in terms of like the moonshot thing. So Jetpack Safari. I don't really know what that is. I'm thinking it would be like a company there you kind of go and fly around Africa
Hang
with
on.
jetpacks.
Are you taking, is this like Partridge amongst the Pigeons?
No.
Is this like you've just got a title and you reverse engineered it?
That's just
And also, you just conflated curing malaria with Jetpack Safari.
I mean, it would be a hell of an experience, though. Can you imagine,
Okay.
like doing a safari but with jetpack? Anyway,
I mean,
that was just the thing.
I mean, to be honest, you have to have some reliable jetpacks.
So the next thing I thought about in my moonshot project is shoot the moon. Just
With what?
you would develop a massive gun with £1 billion,
Yeah.
and you just shoot the moon
Why?
because it's. I mean, right, it's a bit literal, I guess.
What does it
grant you.
do?
It'd just be an interesting take on a moonshot project.
I
Is all I
suppose
feel.
it would.
It's like a bit Route 1 with Moonshot. But anyway, I'm not going to do that.
No.
Well, the next one I'm not even going to mention.
Could you use it for shooting other celestial bodies?
You could, but they won't because
Then it would be a
I won't allow
Saturn
it.
shot.
Yeah,
or...
that would be something
Okay, no,
completely different.
Please mention the next one.
Oh, I wish I hadn't written it down now.
Yeah, monkey tennis?
No, I've got solid gold butt plug.
Right.
And I've just got a stat here that $1 billion would buy 16.9 metric tons of gold. So
That's
you
a
could
big-
buy a 16.9 ton butt plug, I guess.
Just one?
Yeah, one butt plug.
Why not? Why not do the first thing you thought of and give everybody, the 1,000 worthy people, one solid gold butt plug?
Because I'm trying to do something special that no one's ever seen before.
But no, I mean, it's not usable, is it?
No, it'd be more of a, I don't know, more of a conversation starter.
Wouldn't it?
Yeah. It's like, come round and see my 16-ton...
And by the way,
listen,
no, hang on. I'm just working through the logistics of this. Not one penny of this money are you spending on yourself. So somewhere in your flat,
Yep.
you've got a 16-ton butt plug.
Yeah.
Where's it going?
Probably just keep it in the garage or something. And, people come round, they might want to see it, I'll go and show them it, but generally, I
It's
don't...
not even on display.
Listen, I wrote it down. I said I wasn't going to read it. You made me read it. I'm not going to do that. That was just...
Okay, yeah,
that was
fair
just
enough.
a silly idea. I
It's
was
your folly.
just being silly.
Yeah, okay.
Another thing I thought I could do, though, if you've got £1 billion,
Yep.
if you're smart and you want to make it work for you,
Right.
you want to corner a market. You want to completely... You could go into some market...
Oh
Some
my god,
industry-
are you, with your literal translation of Moonshot, are you going to buy a corner of a market?
No,
An
I'm
actual
not.
market?
I'm not like an entrepreneur or anything like that. So the first thing that occurred to me would be like the human statue market. So what you do is you take your £1 billion and you would buy all the gold and silver paint.
Right.
You would buy up all the steampunk type regalia from all the charity shops in the country.
All right.
And you own all of
You
own
personally,
all of
you're
that. now.
you're doing this. You're going around all of the places.
I might have a team of people helping me.
Oh,
but-
now you've got a team of people.
Yeah,
Right,
just
okay.
volunteers.
Team
who-
of
who
volunteers.
believe in the cause.
Right. So
Yeah.
now you're like a cult leader.
The point is, I now own everything you need to be a human statue.
Right.
And you corner the market. You set the price on all of it. All the human statues are coming through you,
What?
and you can set the price. And then
What do you mean set the price?
And then that is you
for people
monetize
to
that.
buy? How are you monetizing human statues?
Just with they take money and you would presumably get a cut of that. No, you're charging them for the things they need, and you can charge them whatever you
so
want.
you're just a shop that
Gold,
sells silver
silver,
paint,
and second-hand steampunk,
steampunk
stuff.
paraphernalia.
Yeah, right. But that's not my thing. I'm going to do either. I was
No,
just thinking
that's not.
one thing a smart thing you could corner a market in. Hey, you might want to go and corner another market. Human
maybe.
statue is just my idea.
Okay.
What I'm really going to do, though, and this is very much in line with the Bill Gates malaria thing, which is solve a single problem,
Yes.
is I'm going to solve the plague of people not using their indicators properly or at all
Right.
in the UK.
How is?
So, what I'm going to do, so the money would be spent, I haven't actually itemised it,
Yeah.
but it would all be spent on thus.
Do you,
Advertising.
do you worry that mine seems quite worthy now?
I mean, worthy, bit bland and
I
obvious.
don't know whether I'm worried that I didn't realise I was on a quite the comedy zany podcast that this seems to be turning out to be, or whether you should be worried that you're obviously quite a shallow person.
Listen, all the other things I've said up to now,
Yeah.
that was all a bit zany. I was just like
Yeah.
playing for laughs.
Right, this is the thing.
I do actually feel quite strongly about,
Okay.
and I think this would be a good way to spend £1 billion.
This is, by the way, in your opinion,
In my opinion,
the best way,
Yep,
given the poverty
yep.
and hunger and illiteracy rates in this country.
Hang on, Mister.
As well as-
I'm going to make some music schools
Hey,
and spend
this is
none
for-
of it on famine.
That's for the
or-
kids. That's for the kids. Right?
Hang on, but listen to how I'm going to spend it. So, advertising campaign, that's going to be quite pricey, but you're going to want billboards everywhere.
Right.
Don't drive like a prick, what have you.
Yes.
Use your fucking indicators.
You need like
cunts,
what you need is like
and so forth.
a friendly sort of cartoon like mascot, like indicator Ian.
Well,
Do you know what I mean? Like, and you can have like people in furry suits that are indicator Ian in shopping centres.
Yeah, and we could be mascots at sporting events and things like
Yeah,
that.
that's what I mean. That's what
The thing that gets me with people using their indicators incorrectly, it's you got the people who just don't use them at all, and obviously that's terrible. But I don't respect that. I think it's fucking awful. But I sort of get it. They just don't want to use it. They don't want to use their indicator, and they don't feel they have to. They're being selfish, and I guess that's up to them. The thing that makes me more angry than anything else are the people that do use their indicator.
okay.
But they've already started turning around the corner before they put it on.
Right.
I know you're turning round now.
Or braking.
Oh, yeah,
they
they've already...
brake,
Yeah.
and then they indicate.
I know you're about to do something because you've already put your brakes on.
Yeah.
It's the people who use their indicator more out of a sense of tradition than of any kind of like safety purpose. So, advertising campaign.
Yes.
I want to be prime time. I want probably...
Who do you want, Anton Deck?
Yeah, I was going to say what the... like a half...
£1 billion quid, yeah. Tom Cruise
What the
doing it.
British equivalent of like the Super Bowl would be that I could do the halftime advertising for that.
Maybe sort of a World Cup game or something.
Yeah, something like that.
The Six Nations.
Advertising. I'm also going to be spending quite a lot. I'm going to be lobbying government, obviously. That takes quite a lot of money.
But aren't there already laws against, like, for and against? I mean, what are the government going to do?
What I'll be lobbying government for is draconian measures for offenders, basically. I mean, I've written here, bring back hanging ? I think that's probably... I don't agree in capital punishment.
No.
But, like, minimum sentences of, like, 20 years or more.
Right.
In maximum security prisons.
I mean, what about, if you got £1 billion, what about sort of snipers on major junctions?
Well, finance a well-armed militia is on my list here.
Yeah.
Natty uniforms, in brackets.
What are you looking, sort of brownish shirts?
Yeah, think Stasi, I guess.
Right, yeah.
But heavily armed, most importantly.
Yes.
And they'll pretty much have carte blanche to... What's the word
Discipline.
I'm thinking? Discipline, intercede where they see fit.
Okay.
A hotline. Set up a hotline.
Just ask you, have you got like full costings for this stuff?
No, I don't. It's just going to... I reckon that the $1 billion will cover all of this.
Right, yeah.
But I'm going to finance
a
hotline so that people can form on fellow citizens who are not using their indicators
like a
correctly.
grass line.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
Again, think Stasi.
Yes.
Everyone's ratting out everyone else.
Yes, okay.
It's a perfect utopia.
Right.
Or
no, the other way around, dystopia. I think.
I always get those two mixed up.
Yeah, no, it's a tricky one.
Yeah. And that's it, really. And finally, what I've got written here, be the change I want to see.
Right.
That's what I want to spend £1 billion on. So that is what I would spend my £1 billion on.
Right. I mean, it's absolutely...
You're speechless, aren't you?
Well,
because it's such a powerful idea.
It sounds like something that the sort of bastard chimera of Jeremy Clarkson and Richard Hammond would come up with.
Well, that's the nicest thing you could have said to me. But in all seriousness...
Yeah, go on. And another one?
Use your indicators properly, people.
Yeah.
It's fucking mental.
If nothing else has come out of this whole conversation, and maybe you're going to ding the bell in a minute, it's not a need for more musical nourishment for the youth of our nation.
Oh, that's your idea was just about you. It was you. You're the one who's into music. It's your family. This whole thing is for you.
It's absolutely mental that you're not taking any of the £1 billion for yourself. I mean, it's yours.
It didn't even occur to me.
Why not?
Because I'm a giver. I want to try and make the world a better place.
Yes, well, you can
That's
still
what
do
I
that.
want to do.
I've done that with £750 million.
You've done that, and you've tucked a nice little nest egg away for yourself to look after yourself.
And listen, there's a lot of admin to be done in this world, isn't there? So I've got to do it. I can't go to work.
But seriously, if you do have £250 million to spare,
yeah,
come and see me and put at least 20,000 of that in an ISA.
At least,
all right.
At least 20,000.
Well, that's all you
anyway,
can put in it this year.
I'm gonna-
Every year, put in £20,000.
I'm going to do some penny stocks as well. Maybe,
Yeah, you should.
maybe kind of work on the stock market.
Absolutely.
Ah,
Anyway, that's what I'm going to do with it. So, I mean, in the, Mark and Paul's opinion hour,
yeah.
do we decide on a definitive?
No. No,
no,
because
It's just our
I mean,
opinions.
what you've just said is absolute fucking lunacy. And
I
nobody
don't think it's more lunacy than
in their
bringing
right
more
mind.
music to Bristol, which is famously one of the most musical cities in the country.
Well, more music.
Yeah, fair enough. Listen, hey, I'm a big music fan. You mentioned samba bands earlier. I used to play in a samba band in
I
Bristol.
know,
I've
that's
got
why
a big
I thought I'd
affiliation
bring
with
you
that.
round with
yeah,
samba bands.
so more samba. Bringing samba to schools, which I did once for our old school.
Did you?
My samba band went and played our old school once. So I've lived the
Yeah.
experience that you're thinking about funding.
And it was shit. Is that
It was all right. We've had better gigs, but it was fine. There was quite a few people there. So
I am absolutely not going to use my indicators on the way home tonight.
Well, then more's the pity.
Yeah.
More fool's use.
Until I see those mascots and the full marketing campaign, I don't care about it anymore.
Well, I can't wait for a concerned citizen to shop you on the hotline and for my nattily dressed, heavily armed militia to come and shoot you in the bum or wherever they decide is best to shoot you. Because
Great.
they, again, have complete carte blanche on this.
I'm done with this segment
Yeah,
now.
fair enough. I'm going to ding the bell, and I think that's probably going to end this segment.
I hope so. Well, Mark, I think we've learnt a lot about money today.
Well, haven't we just? I mean, have we?
No, I don't think we have much.
Well, we learned, like how big a certain amount of cash and a certain amount of gold might be.
I think so. We've learned that I'm more in touch with the common man when it comes to prices.
I
of
think
things.
what you mean is that you've got less of a comedy imagination than I have.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, probably that's what that means. I took it with a little bit more, trying to be a bit more earnest.
Yeah,
I
no,
think
I think
about it.
that's fair.
I think one of us had to do that.
I think
really.
I went more whimsy, didn't I?
Yeah,
That's
and
what
I
happened.
think that but that's you. I mean, if you want to go that way,
But if you
life
have,
is serious.
well, I'll tell you
sometimes.
what. I mean, I could go serious. I mean, we have done in previous episodes.
Yeah, fair.
In fact, do you remember we got a bit of feedback from my brother, didn't we, about that?
Yeah.
I think I might have just whiplashed back too far the other way, and there's probably a happy medium to be
Yeah,
there.
maybe.
But if you're listening to this and you have an opinion on that, please do let us know. We are putty to be moulded in your hand to an extent. Let's
Yeah.
not go crazy.
No, I'm not.
But if you do want to contact us, you can email our email address,
Yes.
which we've only just made up tonight, so I'm
Which
struggling
is
to remember.
Mark and Paul's opinion hour at gmail.com.
That is exactly right.
Yeah, and it's not just our opinions we value, or well, I don't really value Mark's opinion on the evidence of today, but we value your opinion as well. So if you've got anything, pod's too long, too short, you want more of something, less of something else,
Yeah.
let us know.
Indeed.
We won't always be able to accommodate your feedback, but we'll have a bloody good listen to it.
We will enjoy reading it and disregarding some of it. So please do get in touch if you've got anything to tell us, and do keep listening, like and subscribe, and we'll have another episode out for you in the not too distant future.
Yep.
But with that, we're going to ding the bell and wish you a farewell.
Thanks for listening.